Amazon celebrating its new home in rural Missouri. Governor Mike Kehoe joined representatives of the company in Montgomery County today to announce the plans to build a multi-billion-dollar data center. Hannah Falcon takes a closer look at what Amazon is promising that local community.
Here in Montgomery County, Missouri, Amazon is moving in with a new data center, and what we're looking at right here is a mock-up used for training purposes of what they'll be building. Amazon is spending $10 billion on a new data center. Monday, the company announced $7 million in community investments in local agriculture, first responders, and the county fairgrounds.
We want to be a part of this community. We want to invest in this community.
Montgomery County residents filed a lawsuit in an attempt to stop the construction of two data centers. Part of the lawsuit protests the use of natural resources. Local resident Sharon Wrigley says it's about a legacy of grit, determination, and farming traditions that we all love, and we refuse to stand by and watch it all be destroyed. The new data center will use water cooling, but the company is investing in local agriculture technology to help farmers reduce their water usage.
It is during the hottest period of the time of the year that happens for a very, very small part of the year. But these are very efficient systems.
The lawsuit also goes on to say multi-billion-dollar corporations don't need tax abatements. The county is giving Amazon about $2 million in tax abatements for personal property taxes. Presiding Commissioner Ryan Poston says this is financially responsible because the companies will pay more in real estate taxes.
The real estate is where the money's at. It's not the personal property tax.
The Amazon data center will take several years to build. The company is promising 400 permanent jobs and thousands of construction jobs. It will be across the highway from a Google data center already under construction. Reporting in Montgomery County, I'm Hannah Falcon.